Welcome to Sahil's Paramedical Nursing Academy. Today, already I explained about the body temperature, and in body temperature, this is the fifth part. In this part, I am going to explain about fever. In this part, I am going to explain about the fever. What is fever? And then types of fever, and then what are the different conditions which are found in the fever. First, before I am going to explain this fifth part of the body temperature, I will tell that in the previous lecture I told about body temperature, assessment of body temperature, routes of assessment of body temperature, and thermometer, types of thermometer. Today, and clinical thermometer I explained very clearly. Now in this lecture, this will be either last part or one more part, depends upon how much time it will take. In this lecture, I am going to explain about the fever. What is actually the fever? What is fever? Fever is about what? When the body temperature. Fever is a condition. Fever is a condition when the body temperature increases above. When the body temperature increases above the normal body temperature, that is 98.6 degrees Celsius. We all know 98.6 degrees Celsius. 98.6 degrees Celsius is the normal body temperature. 98.6 degrees Celsius is the normal body temperature. And we are considering up to 99. Up to 99 we are considering normal body temperature. But 98.6 degrees is the normal. When the body temperature, when body temperature increases, how much? More than 99, greater than 99 degree Fahrenheit. When the body temperature increases greater than 99 degrees Fahrenheit, this condition is called as fever. Now, second point is, this is the definition. Now the second point is the fever. Remember, fever is not a disease. Fever is not a disease. Fever is not a disease. It is an symptom of disease. Fever is not a disease. Remember second point. Fever is not a disease. Fever is not a disease, but it is a symptom of disease. Symptom of disease. What I am going to explain actually here. Remember, some people think that, mostly students think that fever is a disease. Fever is a disease condition. No, actually, whenever there is entry of microorganism, particularly the microorganism will be here virus. Either virus, it may be either the prion, virus, either prion, either virus, either prion, either bacteria, either protozoa, either any worm, or any other type of microbe. So what will happen during the entry of the infectious organism? Or any suppose it may not be infectious organism, it may be any agent. Suppose like this, what is called as pollen grain. Suppose pollen grain is there. Pollen grain causes what? Pollen grain causes allergy. Pollen, that is called a pollen allergy. So pollen allergy also is one type of pollen grain is also one type of antigen. Is an antigen that is not seen by our body before. So it is not a disease. It is a symptom of disease. So I told why. I told here that whenever there is entry of microorganism, whenever there is entry of microbe in our body, whenever there is entry of foreign particle, whenever there is entry of infectious agent, our body has the best mechanism to control the organism. That mechanism is fever. What actually the fever caused to the organism? Remember, I already told in the body temperature that what happened, that in case of fever, when there is increase in the body temperature, the bacteria, the microbe has a special mechanism to attack the organism is reproduction. So the replication and reproduction, to stop the replication, to stop the transcription, to stop the translation during protein synthesis of a microbe, of an organism, what we are going to do? See, what body does to stop these mechanisms, to stop replication, to stop transcription, to stop translation of an infectious organism. Our body increase the body temperature. The increased body temperature breaks the proteins, denatures the proteins that are present in the infectious agent. Now the point comes here that whenever there is increase in the body temperature, definitely it will cause adverse effect to our body. Fever was a good mechanism, but most of the cases it goes to the wrong way. What happens to our body? In our body also there are proteins. Whenever in our body there are proteins, they will also undergo denaturation. Denaturation of the proteins. What is denaturation of the proteins? What is denaturation of protein is simply the proteins will lost the original structure and their functional capability will be lost. Their functional capability will be lost. And that is actually what is fever. That is what the fever, why our body increases the body temperature. Now the third point is, this was the second point. Now third point is what? Third point is, that is that is why one more point I want to add here, that whenever there is increase in the, whenever there is fever, whenever there is increase in the body temperature, the respiratory rate will increase. The respiratory rate will increase. Respiratory rate will increase. Definitely when there is increase in the respiratory rate also, one is there will be rate in the increase in the respiratory rate, and also what will happen that why there will be, first I am going to say why there will be increase in the, first there will be increase in the respiratory rate. One more thing is that whenever how much respiratory rate will increase, normally there will be 4 breaths per minute. 4 breaths per minute will be increased from the normal value. What is the normal respiratory rate? That is 12 to 20. 12 to 20 is the normal respiratory rate. 12 to 20 is the normal respiratory rate. So in this 12 to 20 respiratory rate, there is increase either by 4, either by 3. 4 respiratory rates are increasing. Why there is also one more thing is the oxygen demand, the O2. The reason, what is the reason? The reason is O2 demand increases. O2 demand increases. The oxygen demand increases in the cells. Whenever there is denaturation, what happens? See, in our blood, there is a one protein that is called as hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a conjugated protein. Conjugated protein means hemoglobin is having a protein part and a non-protein part. Protein part and non-protein part. I am not going to explain here the detail about the hemoglobin, that will take a lot of time. But I will tell here, the protein part is the globin part of the hemoglobin. The globin part is protein part. So whenever there is increase in the temperature, it will undergo denaturation. So there may be the chance that the function of the hemoglobin will decrease. When the function of the hemoglobin will decrease, definitely what will happen? When the function of the hemoglobin will decrease, the oxygen delivery, the rate of oxygen delivery within the blood will be decreased. So in the cells also, the demand, the body has another mechanism where when the oxygen is, here is cell, when oxygen will be sent to the cell with a late mechanism, definitely body will try to overcome this phenomena. By what? The body will increase respiratory rate to take the more oxygen, or in other words, the body will increase the respiratory rate, there will be more oxygen within the blood, so more oxygen will be transferred to the cells, so cells can easily take the oxygen. So this was the mechanism behind the fever. So now I am going to explain the types of fever. First type is constant fever. Types. What in the types of fever? First type is what? Constant or continuous fever. In case of constant types of fever, first type is constant or continuous fever. What will happen? Here the graph I have given here, but I will show here very clearly the definition. The definition can be also written from the book also. You can see from the book also. But here I am going to explain the thing. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time to write the definition more again and again. See here. Suppose I will give understanding by means of graph. This is a graph. Suppose this is 30 degrees, 36 degrees Celsius. This is 38 degrees Celsius, and this is 40 degrees Celsius. Suppose degrees Celsius. Okay. Here is the time. In case of constant or continuous fever, there will be what? There will be not more than not more than 2 degrees Celsius, not more than 2 degrees Celsius difference. There will be not more than 2 degrees Celsius temperature increment. So the temperature which is increased here, in case of continuous or constant fever, the temperature will be increased not more than 2 degree, not more than 2 degree. Remember, it will be within the limit of 2 degrees Celsius temperature can increase. And also remember one thing, there is increment of 2 degree Celsius temperature between what? Between morning and evening. Between morning and evening, there will be 2 degrees Celsius temperature increment. Change of 2 degrees Celsius from normal value, not decreasement, increment will be there. See here, this is 38 degrees. Suppose this is our normal temperature, I have shown here. See, this is our normal 37 degree here. What will happen? So this is 40, this is 40 degree, this is 38 degree. Okay, here will be, see here, it will be like this. Temperature increases, so it will decrease somehow. It will increase, it will decrease somehow. But it is at the above level. This was the normal level. But temperature is increasing in between the 2 degree and the 2 degrees Celsius. This is called the constant or continuous fever. And in this constant or continuous fever, the temperature will not come to the normal position. The normal position was here. The temperature will not come to the normal position, and temperature will be increased up to 2 degrees Celsius. Now, this was the first. The second, this was continuous or constant fever. The second will be what? Second is remittent fever. Second is remittent fever. Remittent fever. See, in case of remittent fever, same phenomena will happen, but difference you have to remember. Then only you can understand the concept. See here, it is 36 degree, it is 38 degree, it is 40 degrees Celsius. 40 degree. This is the graph. Okay. This is the graph. See here, what I am going to explain here is that is remittent fever. In case of remittent fever, there will be also not more than 2 degrees Celsius. Temperature will be increased. Temperature is increased. Not here. It was not more than 2 degrees Celsius. Here it is. There is possibility of how much temperature will be increased. Here is here the temperature was increasing between 2 degree. Temperature is increased more than. Temperature is increased. Yes, temperature increased more than 2 degrees Celsius. Here, see, it was 38 degree. This is the normal line. Okay, temperature is increased. The temperature is increased, but it will not reach to the normal. Here, it will suppose that the change will be more than 2 degrees. This is in between 2 degree difference. So, the graph will be like this. See here, the graph will be like this. Like this. So temperature increases more than 2 degrees. So difference is, it was 2 degree, but difference is more than 2 degrees Celsius. Sometimes it can go like this. Okay, but temperature will not come to the normal position. Same phenomena like here, temperature will not come to the normal position, but there will be temperature will be increased not more than 2 degree. Temperature will be increased more than 2 degree. Now the third is intermittent or coordinate fever. The third type of fever is intermittent or coordinate fever. The examples for these fevers is written on the book also. You can remember them. That is your work. So here it is, the third type is intermittent or coordinate fever. Intermittent or coordinate fever. See, in case of intermittent or coordinate fever, there will be what? See, this is the graph. This is 36 degree. This is 40. This is 38 degree. This is 40 degree. Okay, this is the graph. Here will be 37 degrees Celsius normal. 37 degrees Celsius normal. This is the line, normal line. This here. See what will happen. Here, in case of intermittent or coordinate fever, the temperature will be increased. The temperature will be increased from the normal value. From the normal value, and it will reach to the normal. It will be increased, and it will reach to normal. For hours to days, it will remain in the normal position. Then again it will increase. Then in hours to days, for days or for hours, it will remain in the normal position. Then again it will increase. See, here is the normal position. It will again increase. Now in the normal position, it will again increase. In the normal position, it will again increase. So there will be increment. There will be constant. Normal temperature. Increment in the temperature, fever. Now it will come in the normal position. So this is called as what? Intermittent or quotidian fever. And remember, here is the example is here important. Quotidian intermittent fever is found in case of malaria. That malaria is caused by falciparum. That malaria is caused by falciparum, because you all know there are different types of protozoans which cause the fever. One, suppose there is Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium ovale. There are different types of protozoans that cause malaria. So this is one protozoan, that is Plasmodium falciparum. Okay, that causes malaria, and there is found this kind of fever. So another, what is the fourth? Fourth is inverse. Inverse means what? Inverse fever. See here, very simple. Inverse means opposite to what was actual. So if my hand is like this is inverse. So see what will happen in the inverse. In case of inverse fever, so normally during evening time, normally during the morning time, see, during the morning time the temperature will be more, and during the evening time the temperature will be less. But in case of inverse fever, the temperature will be more during the evening time, and it will be less during the morning time. See, so I told you this was about the reverse. This was about the inverse temperature. What I told, this is morning. Suppose maybe I may have interpreted wrong way by English. So here this is morning. This is evening. What will happen? So see. It will be, suppose this is, if it is the fever, if there is inverse fever, their lowest will be at the evening. And highest will be at the morning. But in case of normal, whenever body is normal, in case of normal fever, because whenever there is fever, there will be temperature more. When the temperature will be more in case of evening, and the temperature of body will be, fever will be at, in case of fever will be at temperature or fever will be more in case of temperature will be more in case of morning, and during evening it will be, temperature will be lowest. It will be more, it will be lowest. This is abnormal. This is not the actual condition. But in case of actual fever, whenever there is fever during morning time and during evening time. During morning time there will be low temperature, and during evening time there will be high temperature. So actually what I am going to say here is, temperature, when we are going to record the temperature, in case of inverse fever, it will be highest during the morning. But if we see the normal types of fever, the temperature will be highest during evening. So this here I have told. This is in case of inverse fever. Now there is one more type. Another type is what? Hectic or swimming fever. See here, hectic or swimming fever. Fourth is hectic or swimming fever. Swimming fever. See, in case of hectic or swimming, this is hectic or swimming fever. Suppose this is a graph. This is 36 degrees Celsius. This is our normal 37. This is what? This is 30. 36, this is 38, this is 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, here is the time. What will happen in case of hectic fever? This is 38, this is the 36. Here the limit will not be between, in case of these, constant, remittent, intermittent and inverse. The temperature was always above the normal level. In case of hectic or swimming fever, the temperature will be sometimes dropped below the below 99.6 degree Fahrenheit, that is below 37 degree will be also will be decreased. So temperature will be increasing in the body, it will be sometimes decreasing in the body, it will be increasing in the body, it will be decreasing in the body. Suppose in case of why it is called as, see, in case of there is one liver disease, why it is called amoebic, caused by amoebia, that is amoebic liver abscess. In case of amoebic liver abscess, this kind of hectic fever is found. In this temperature, see, this was the normal here, so it will be, see here, it will be increasing like that, okay. Then it is increasing more than this was, suppose this was the 40 line, this was the 38, or this was the normal line here. What will happen? The temperature will be increasing above 40. Sometimes it will be decreasing, and it will be decreasing below 37 degree. It can go like this way, like this way, like this way, like this way. So it crosses like below line also. So this temperature, hectic or swimming fever, causes decrement in the fever. So sometimes there will be decrease in the body temperature from the normal value in case of hectic fever. So it is going constantly. It is going constantly. See, now it is relapsing fever. Another fever is relapsing fever. Relapsing fever. See, another type of fever is relapsing fever. Relapsing fever. In case of relapsing, what will happen? So this is the graph. This is 36 degrees Celsius. This is 38 degrees Celsius. This is 40 degrees Celsius. Here is the time. Here is the time. This is 38 degrees Celsius. Okay. This is 40 degrees Celsius. What will happen here? For days to weeks, sometimes, see, for some time, for days, the temperature will be at the increased level, and for some time it will be on normal level. It will increase, okay. Then it will increase. Now it will decrease. It will come to normal position. So this is called as relapsing fever. We can say in case of by means of definition. There will be a brief febrile period. Brief febrile. Oh, that I forgot to say. I will tell after this. Brief febrile period will be there, and brief febrile period will be here. That is brief fever time. For some time there will be fever, and then it will come to the normal position for long time. For long time it came to normal position. Then it will be increased. Then it will come to normal position. So it will be going like that. This is called as hectic, or this is called as relapsing fever. This is called as relapsing fever. One more thing is here. This was the types of fever. So types of fever is completed. Some books are writing more types here, but actually they are not the types. That is the stages of fever. Stages of fever. In case of when normally fever occurs to a person, what are the stages there for the fever? First stage is called as antestadium. What is the first stage here? That is, first stage is onset or invasive. Onset or invasive stage. Second stage is what? Fastigium or stadium. And third stage is what? Decline or defervescence stage. So decline or defervescence stage. See here, these are the three stages in case of fever. What will happen? Suppose this is a graph. I told you this is 36 degrees Celsius, this is 37 degrees Celsius, this is 38, this is 39, this is 40. So this is the normal line. In case of onset or invasive, there will be increment in the body temperature. So there will be increment in the body temperature from 37 degrees, from the normal value, the body temperature will be increasing. Okay, the body temperature is increasing. With respect to time. This is the time. With respect to time, body temperature is increasing. Or remember, this is called increase in body temperature by means of see, this is increase in body temperature. So this can occur suddenly, also this can occur gradually. I am showing here the gradual phenomenon. See, gradually the body temperature is increasing, or it can occur suddenly also. That is, directly temperature will be increased within no time. But here I am saying with respect to time, the body temperature that is gradual. Then it will come to the normal. The body temperature will be increasing in case of onset or invasive. In case of invasive stage, in case of fastigium or stadium stage, the body temperature will reach to the maximum. the body temperature will reach to the maximum, then it will remain constant for some time. It reaches to the normal, now it will remain constant for some time. Then in declined or effervescent stage, the body temperature, what will happen? The body temperature will decrease. The body temperature will decrease from the normal, from the highest value. The body temperature will decrease either by means of lysis, decrement in body temperature by means of lysis, or by means of crisis. What is lysis and what is crisis? Whenever there is sudden decrease in the body temperature, the condition will be called as crisis. Whenever the body temperature will be decreased with respect time, it will take some time to decrease, that condition will be called as lysis. That condition will be called as lysis. So decline by lysis or decline by crisis. So this was the stages of body temperature. One more point in body. This was about the fever. This was about the. I am explaining this about the fever. So what is there is any more point in fever? There is any more point in fever that I am going to explain. One more point is here. I want to complete this here fever. There are different types of in fever. Also there are different conditions. Suppose whether the fever is high, whether the fever is more higher, whether the fever is at the critical situation, whether the temperature of body lost. For that we are using some terms. One more thing here I will tell. The fever is also called as pyrexia. The fever is also when the condition of having fever is called as febrile. The condition of having febrile, so we can say febrile. Okay, pyrexia or fever. See, pyrexia is also called as fever. I told about what I am saying about now. What I am saying now, I forgot. That is intensity of fever. Okay, this is intensity of fever. Intensity of fever. Fever. What is the intensity in the fever? If the fever is, see, this will be the high fever. First it is mild fever, mild pyrexia, moderate. I will remove this and I will write here. Okay, so that it will be more clear here. See here, one is mild, another is moderate pyrexia. Then high pyrexia. One is low, moderate, high, hyper. Low, we can say this as low also. Low, moderate, high, hyperpyrexia. Low, moderate, high hyperpyrexia. Then there is another is subnormal. I will write that here. Subnormal and hypothermia. Okay, here also I will tell what is the value. Now the thing is about low pyrexia. When body temperature will be increased above 99, body temperature will be in between 99 degrees Celsius, in between 99 degree Fahrenheit to 100 degree Fahrenheit. This condition will be called as low pyrexia. If the body temperature is increased how much? From 100 to 103 degree Fahrenheit. This is called as moderate pyrexia. If the body temperature is in between 103 degree Fahrenheit to 105 degree Fahrenheit, then the condition is called as high pyrexia. 103 to 105 degree Fahrenheit is called as high pyrexia. If the body temperature is above 105, then the condition is called as hyperpyrexia. So here will be greater than 105 degree Fahrenheit. This is hyperpyrexia. In case of subnormal body temperature, the body temperature will be decreased from the normal value. That is from 98 to it will be 99 to from 99 to decrease it to 95. It will be called as subnormal. If it is below 95, if it is below 95 degree Fahrenheit, it will be called as hypothermia. Below subnormal. In case of subnormal, it is 99 to 98. 99 to 98. If it is below 95, it is hypothermia. So these are the some intensity of this. One more thing is that is for the nurse. Suppose if now I will act as a nurse. I am the nurse. What is the nursing responsibility? What is the nursing responsibility for this? For nursing responsibility for fever is mostly what is the management, or we can say what is the management here. Nursing responsibility is what? Nursing response, what we can do, how we can manage this fever. So there is one, we can use cold compress. In case of cold, there are ice bags we can use for as a cold compress to decrease the body temperature. If there is cold compress, or we can use what, ice bags to decrease the body temperature. If there is possibility of fan, if there is any fan, we can on the fan to decrease the body temperature of the patient or client. So that is cold exposure. We will expose the patient to the cold. That is responsible. That is the nurse's role. Okay. I think I told everything about the fever. I told everything about this was all about the fever. So I have completed the topic.